Hey, what's up, world? I'm back. My show, shut up and listen. And my guest again, my cousin D Chambers.
What's up, everybody?
Gotta talk NBA like always. It's back and it's good. So far as the NBA, man, for the past week, for far as seeing teams like the Rockets, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Bucks, the Grizzlies, every team is trying to compete for a playoff spot or a championship. What team is impressing you the most? So far in the season.
So far, impressed?
Yeah, so, as far as the week or two, what team has impressed you the most?
Of course, the Lakers, we the number one seed in the West, of course.
That was clinched last night?
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And the Bucks. The Bucks, too. The Bucks have been doing it, yeah.
The Bucks? The Bucks just lost yesterday. Last night the Rockets, so they kind of...
That's one game.
It's one game, though.
That's one game.
I would say this, the one team that very impressed me is the Rockets, because they faced Dallas Mavericks. They were down 7 with 45 seconds to go,
right,
and came back and won. Then they faced the Bucks last night and won as well.
Right.
So they've had 2 back-to-back victories that's kind of been very impressive. James Harden, Russell Westbrook. They're a small team, but they shoot so many threes.
Yeah, they do.
And you shoot so many threes, you got a shot at winning every game you play.
Every day.
They took 63 last game. 63 they attempted. 60.
Sheesh.
Yeah, sheesh. So that's one team I always say, I don't think they would win a championship, but they're a dangerous team. They can, because you got a guy like James Harden who can go for 40 every night. And the rest is a guy who keeps coming, he's very relentless. Right. So I'm just very, very curious to see what happens and everything. Now, I got to talk to Lakers as well. Lakers and Clippers, to me, those are the 2 best teams in the West to me.
Most definitely.
That definitely, everybody want to see Kawhi versus LeBron play.
Right.
Everybody want to see. So basically, how did you feel about when they faced each other the first time? Far as the playoff, season started back up, far as everybody played.
Right.
Far as they won, they did win, but they didn't have Montrezl Harrell or Sweet Lou, and we just squeezed by them. So how did they kind of scare you a little bit or not?
No, it doesn't scare me because, when stuff is on the line, you know what I'm saying, people start playing different. We seen how when it's crunch time, how Harden, it's not the same what he's doing in the regular season.
Kind of drops down a little bit.
So it's different, you know what I'm saying? You consider it regular season, but regular season and the playoffs is totally different. It's different. So I didn't really. We just had to stay tuned.
But I also feel like with some games, they're statement games.
It is, but then it still matters about what games count at the end of the day. Like, you can have an amazing game in the regular season, but what does that mean in the playoffs if you're not doing the same thing?
You got a point, definitely. The playoffs regular season are totally different.
Totally.
Everything changes for the competition level teams. I'm gonna play defense actually, so it's very interesting to see. It's gonna be a fun playoffs, kind of different, because to me there is no home court advantage because Lakers, for being number 1 seed, there's no fans, there's no crowd. So basically, the team has to be their own crowd and motivate themselves to win, and that's gonna be really tough to do. I'm not saying we can't do it, but it's gonna be very different.
But I like it though because it doesn't make the game one-sided as well. So I really want to see what this playoff is.
But even if you're a 1 seed, a 2 seed, a 3 seed, a 4 seed, a 5 seed, or whatever seed you are, every game is confidence because you're not on the road. You're at home. Everything is neutral.
Right.
There is no advantage. So teams are going to play like they have nothing to lose because there's no fans, no crowd. I don't care what anybody says. Fans make a difference. A big difference. Home court advantage is real. And now with all the COVID stuff going on, there is no home court. So hopefully when it's all said and done, we'll be celebrating for the Lakers.
Yes.
Win this chip. LeBron, we gotta have this chip for you. This is for you. Now, just with everything as far as the NBA, everything going on, How do you feel about far as the big call for Black Lives Matter and what their main cause is?
What they're doing, I mean, of course, it's a good cause. Stuff like this needs to be heard and seen. Kaepernick, he tried to make a statement back then. Nobody really wants to listen to him, and everybody was mocking him, making fun of him. Now look, now people are praising him, trying to stand behind his back. The whole time he was trying to get the message across.
People didn't listen.
Yeah, they ain't listen. Now look, now you got people and these big organizations that are up. Oh yeah, it's fine. Let's do it. But
it seems like far as like in life, people they only want to try to change something when something bad happens, like a tragedy. When he warned us 4 years ago about the police doing this to black people, all races, but mainly black people, and people didn't listen. It's like it's just all forget you.
Right.
But now when all this happening for George Floyd's death,
right.
It changed the whole landscape of how we as black people are treated and viewed. And so I love the cause because as far as the players wearing Black Lives Matter on their jersey, equality, freedom, all these great words that we as black people that should be heard, so it's always a great cause, and I love the NBA for doing that because they have the power, they got the voice, and it's just powerful and just great to see. So the show today came on the show, showing love, gratitude, that's something like you always do. Guys, share, subscribe. Remember, just shut up and listen. Love y'all. Peace. I love y'all.